Global Citizen just announced a major new event aimed at confronting the climate crisis head on. Power Our Planet live in Paris is a free event that will take place on June 22nd and will feature performances by Lenny Kravitz, Billie Eilish, John Baptiste, and many more. The Power Our Planet campaign is calling for a seismic shift in the way the world's financial systems work to give the world's poor and developing nations access to the financing they urgently need. The goal is to speed their transition to clean energy, strengthen their resilience against natural disasters, and address their most urgent needs. And joining us now is Global Citizen co-founder Hugh Evans. Hugh, it's great to see you.
Hugh, thanks so much for being here. Tell us about Paris. It looks pretty remarkable.
Well, thank you, Joe, and thank you, Mika. Today, we're thrilled to announce that Global Citizen will be returning to the foot of the Eiffel Tower in Paris with 20,000 global citizens, with a free ticketed event where everyone will be taking action to address the climate crisis, specifically while President Macron of Paris will be hosting his global financial summit that's taking place that same day on June 22nd. We're mobilizing citizens to enable emerging markets to be able to withstand natural disasters and transition to clean energy. This is a critical campaign, and we know we need to mobilize the whole world right now in support of this urgent issue.
Well, and you obviously, we all came together in New York about a month ago, and you talked about some of the goals that you hoped would happen in Paris with President Macron's meeting. Talk about that as well, about how the global North really needs to take some positive steps forward to aid and assist the global South.
Absolutely, Joe. So I think when you were interviewing President Macron at the Global Citizen Now Summit, we spoke about three big priorities. The first is to encourage the private sector to commit to the race to zero and adopt science-based targets to ultimately halve their carbon emissions by 2030 and go carbon neutral by 2050. The second thing we urgently need is global financial reform. For too long, the World Bank has been completely asleep at the wheel, and under the former World Bank president, David Malpass, they effectively were incredibly lazy over the last 5 years and didn't loan the sort of loans that the world needs to ultimately transition to clean energy. Under the new leader, the president that's going to be starting on June 2nd, R.J. we know we have an opportunity to see enormous World Bank reform, but we need Janet Yellen's leadership. We need the White House's leadership, and that's critical to ultimately unlock capital for the world's poorest nations. And then finally, we also need to see that the world's most advanced economies support emerging markets as they committed to under the Paris Climate Change Accord, and address that $100 billion climate commitment that the U.S. committed to under the Paris Climate Change Agreement. Ultimately, we're simply asking the U.S. government to do what it's already committed to do.
So, Hugh, ever since you started this, you've had huge goals, and I think it's important to remind global citizens exactly what their part in this is. So for someone going to the Paris event or getting involved in Global Citizen, how do they have anything to do with the lofty goals you just put on the table just right now in terms of even, for example, impacting the decisions made by major financial institutions?
Well, thank you, Mika. We know that ultimately, we live in a democracy, and we live in some of the world's greatest democracies, and world leaders are elected officials, and they respond to the will of citizens, not just once every 3 or 4 years during an election, but every time that you reach out to your elected official and ask them to take action. And that's why Global Citizen and everything we do is about action taking. You download the Global Citizen app, and your voice, while it might seem so insignificant by yourself, when you're part of a movement of millions of citizens, and together you're calling on Janet Yellen, or together you're calling on R.J. Banga, they can't possibly ignore your voice. And that's why when you call for reform, these reforms happen. And so the way you earn your way into Paris, into Power Our Planet, is by taking action. So we want to invite citizens all around the world, starting today, to be part of this movement, sign up and take urgent action, and use your voice to create change.
Well, and, it sounds like what, Bobby Kennedy in South Africa in 1966 said, that it will be from a million different acts of this generation that will define actually what the generation does. And this is exactly what you do with every one of these events. So we thank you so much. And really quickly, just tell everybody about the event itself and who's going to be performing and what they can expect.
Well, what's going to happen, Joe, and thank you for that question, is that Billie Eilish, together with Lenny Kravitz, H.E.R, as well as John Batiste and special guests like Ben Harper, will all be coming and performing this free event with 20,000 global citizens at the base of the Eiffel Tower, while President Macron hosts a meeting of world leaders that same day. So we want everyone to be part of it and sign on today.
All right. Global Citizen co-founder Hugh Evans, thank you very much. And for more information, you can visit globalcitizen.org/PowerOurPlanet. Hugh, thank you.